Hello and welcome inside the campus of Emmanuel Lutheran High School. It is October 13th, 2015, and we've got some JV volleyball action for you here. It'll be Emmanuel taking on the Augusta Beavers. I'm Gunnar Sippert.
Yeah, I'm Sam Buck.
And we've got David Hine here with us on camera tonight.
We are blessed to have David Hine here on camera tonight.
Yes, we are. Blessed with the best.
Blessed with the best.
And maybe if you're tuning in on Ustream, you saw the C-Team game earlier where the Lancers took all 3 sets, I believe. So JV will be looking to continue that success, and Augusta will be looking to get one back here. Starting for the Lancers, in the front row from far side to near side is number 2, Jackie Scherenbeck, number 12, Alexis Eichley, and number 14, Emma Gergel. And in the back row, number 13, Lainey Durst, number 7, Danny Gamble, and number 11, Alex Garvins. Augusta will start with serve. It'll be number 16, Kayla Martinson, to start off this game. Garvins with the return, and here we go. Gergel pounds it off the back line, and Augusta takes an early 1-0 lead. And the ball is rolled under the net incorrectly. And Martinson will serve it again. I'll get the Augusta starters to you after this point. Gamble takes charge this time. And it stays in the back row. And a miscue by number 4, Lauren Lee, allows the Lancers to get on the board. Lee, as well as Avery Connor, and obviously Martinson starting, along with Anna Schneider, Megan Kunz, and I believe I'm missing one. My bad. Oh, Taylor Jensen, number 8. There she is right now, into the net, and Martinson can't save it. Cassie Neldner serving for the Lancers here. She is taking over the libero spot for this game as Lauren Sotnick has injured both of her wrists. That's out. Good call by Cassidy. Cassidy came in for Jackie Scherenbeck maybe when you weren't looking. Liberos can sub in without telling the ref officially. Neldner on a roll here. Goes to the back row for the ace on that one. And that one's going to go out. Another ace for Cassidy.
See how long she can keep it up.
The freshman from the Denver area, I think Fort Collins, Colorado. Sister of Marcus, who's a senior up here. Marcus runs track. Almost dug out by Lee there, but no dice. And after the early 1-0 lead by Augusta, it's been all Lancer so far. Martinson sets it back to Connor, and Avery Connor with a nice touch over and in. Avery Connor to serve. Neldner falling backwards, can't get it to a teammate conveniently enough. And that'll be a point for Augusta. And that one's going to go off the back line. Alexis Eichley to serve. She has not been serving much, as at least what Sam and I have seen in home games here, but with 2 players injured, it makes sense that they've got new people in the service rotation. It's pushed over by Jensen. And Garvins can't get a reach on that one. Yep, in addition to the normal libero Lauren Sotnick, Jenna Milkey also has gone down with a hand injury. I believe she fractured a couple fingers on her right hand.
She slammed him in a door.
Ooh. Graphic.
Yes.
Nice touch by Plath over there in the middle. Jensen to the back row of the Lancers. Durst sets it up a little close to the net, but a nice play by Abby Plath. Touches it to the middle of the Augusta formation where nobody was. Caitlin Brandle's going to come in to serve here, as well as Rose Scherenbeck to be the near side hitter. Brandle serve is in. A push over by Schneider catches the Lancers off guard. Point Augusta. Kunz to serve. Scherenbeck goes to Plath. Over. A lot of over the net action right now. Somebody's got to try to set up an actual 3-hit possession.
I think Plath had 3 hits there in a row.
Yeah, Augusta was having none of the send back by Plath there. Ooh, a touch by Rose Scherenbeck probably wasn't needed there. Cassidy had the better play on the ball, but that works out for the Beavers. And that's going to be off the back line. Lancers up 10-6 here early in the first. Jackie Scherenbeck comes back in on the quick libero sub. Alex Garvin's to serve. Connor with the up. It's touched over by Schneider. Good save by Brandle, and Plath will hit it over. Schneider's hit this time comes up short of the net. And service will go back to Garvin's. Alex Garvin's is a junior. This is her second year on JV. She's really come into a major role with another year of experience, and these 2 injuries, she's moved back to the back row to spend some time back there, too. Taylor Jensen to serve. Eichley misjudged the ball, but her return drops in.
Worked out well in the end for the Lancers.
Danny Gamble coming in to serve, another freshman for the Lancers. Danny Gamble is David's cousin. I'm sure he's very proud of her for making JV her freshman year, just like David did with basketball. Brandle sets it up. Rose Scherenbeck with a nice spike, and that is not going to be able to be returned. Yep, 3 freshmen on this JV team, just like last year, and just like last year, they've played large roles on the team. We'll touch on more on that in a little bit. And we're going to get... I believe Alexis Eichley was in the net. Abby Schneider to serve, a sophomore. Gamble does a nice job of communicating there and calls off Garvin's, and it works out for them in the end. Yep, just like last year when the Lancers had Steph Kazemba, Lauren Sotnick, and Caitlin Brandle. 3 freshmen on this team. This year it's Neldner, Gamble, and Eichley are largely relied upon at the middle level of competition. Augusta with the point there off the hit off the net. Martinson back to serve again. Augusta's made it all the way around the rotation. Durst sets it up for Scherenbeck. Jackie does a nice job of pushing it to the back corner. Durst this time goes to Gurgle, and that might have been tipped. It was. No line judges on JV. The ref called it a tip, I think. There's no line judges on JV. That's always struck me as odd, because I believe C-Team and varsity have them.
C-Team does not.
Sometimes they do, but JV never does. That's off the back line. Heidi's going to call it in, but Crossbuck does not see her. Heidi's too honest.
It's not a bad quality in a coach.
Yeah. Avery Connor to serve again. Durst sets it up for Eichley.
Ooh, some miscommunication there.
Yep, Lee backed off and thought a teammate would pick her up, and plans didn't go as planned. Eichley to serve. Nice return by Schneider. She was falling away to her left.
Oh,
that's going to be a little bit out. Just a bit outside the blue rectangle. Right next to the scoreboard, to the right of it at least, is Sam's phone number in case you want to text us in here and comment about the game, or just to go Lancers, or if there's troubles with the broadcast and you're able to tell us. That'll be great too. Augusta serving here after that ball off the back line. A Lancer must have been in the net. And Lauren Lee gets the point for Augusta. Durst sets it up for Gergel. An arcing spike is returned by Connor. And that's a tipped ball off the net and a tip by Plath, and the Lancers cannot get another hit on it. We've got to go Lady Lancers from the Garvins in Waukesha cheering on number 11. Thanks for the text in, and we are hoping we'll receive more tonight.
Also happy to know that the broadcast is going through.
Yep. Also, if you're from Augusta and you'd like to text in and you've heard of the program, feel more than welcome. It's great to have road fans text in too. Augusta mounting a comeback here. It's only a 2-point game, and Heidi Lau's going to call timeout. Heidi Lau, I think, is just kind of get her team recouped here. Sam, is that a word? Recuperated, that's it. I think they're just kind of a little bit out of sorts and need to focus on the finer points of their game. As for Augusta, things are going pretty well right now. Their hits are landing in, and they've done a pretty good job of communicating. They must have some people out there. Lee to serve. That one hits into the net, and the Lancers will regain service. Caitlin Brandel to go behind the blue line. Nice dig by Connor. A dump over from Martinson, but the Lancers were expecting it well enough.
Ooh, straight down.
Abby Plath with a very powerful hit from the middle hitter spot. And as we've touched on before, Abby Plath has improved tremendously every year she's played volleyball here at Emmanuel, from freshman year to last year to now. And she's really become at least one of two main middle hitters here on JV. And she'll be relied upon next year on varsity. Augusta gets one back for themselves off of that hit from the middle spot. And it's Kunz to serve. Into the net, and it'll head back over to Emmanuel. Garvin's to serve. Garvin starts pretty far back because I think she's got too much power if she starts at the line. A tip from Plath. Nice job by Sharonbeck to get it. Sharonbeck knocks it down over two defenders, but a third one's backing them up. And when Lee tries to return Rose's spike, it goes out of bounds. The Lancers are up 5 and need 5 to close it out. Plath will knock it down, and Schneider will run into the net. Good job by Abby there to go really sharply down over the net.
I think a big advantage that Abby Plath and Rose Schoenbeck have is their height. They're pretty tall for girls.
Yeah, not a lot of JV teams have players that tall. It's pretty useful.
They can just reach over and dump it.
Useful. And that's going to roll off the side of Lee's forearm. The Lancers are 2 points away from the set, and it looks like Alex Garvins is ready to take it. A high arcing serve just past the blue line. Schneider hits it to the back line. Nice job by Augusta there, catching Garvins out of position. Or not out of position, but not expecting it to be hit there. Eichley takes charge. Brandel sets it back, and that's going to go into the net. Brandel sets it up for Scherenbeck, and that's also going to go out. But an Augusta player was in the net. We've got a text in from the Lisacs and Muskego, who are the parents of Sam Lisac, who goes to school here. They said good Euchre reference with the just a bit outside. I wasn't even thinking about it when I did it, but yes, that is Bob Euchre. That hits the ceiling and goes over. Therefore, it is Emmanuel's point. And the Lancers take the first set here. This is a best 2 out of 3 match. And therefore, the Lancers need one more to win the match. Varsity will start at about 7:30. Warm-ups and pep band at 7. We'll be broadcasting that. Starting at 7, almost immediately after the JV game. We'll cut out quickly for the sake of splitting up the recordings, and then we'll turn you right back on for the varsity game. Tonight's varsity game is sure to be a good one. We've got, as you can see here from the graphic, we've got the 2nd and 3rd place teams in conference. Emmanuel undefeated, and Augusta's only loss is to 1st place CFC. So we're sure to have a good one here tonight. I know because CFC didn't go to the Dairyland tournament in Melman earlier this year, Augusta was the team Emmanuel beat in the championship game, and they were definitely their toughest challenge. Also going on in the Dairyland tonight, first place CFC is home against Blair Taylor. Alma Pepin is at Oliva Strum. Whitehall's at Gilmanton, and Melman's at Independence. I don't know. I surely. And make sure you tune in later this week, as we've got another home game on Thursday against first place CFC for the varsity team, as well as C team and JV will be playing, and you can see the schedule right here. For Emmanuel, we've got Augusta tonight and CFC Thursday, and that finishes out the regular season. And for Augusta, it's tonight's game against Emmanuel, and then they're at Gilmanton on Thursday. So for the varsity team, it's their two toughest tests of the season, and it's only gonna get harder as they play the 3rd place team tonight and the 1st place team on Thursday. Trying to take conference for the first time. Let's look at the banner. Since 2009, that'll be 6 years. I believe CFC has beaten out Emmanuel each of the last 3 or 4 years. And often, I believe the last 3 years, the Lancers' only conference loss has come to the Pirates. They're sure to be looking for some revenge this year. But they can't look past Augusta tonight. Connor lets her serve drop, a completely legal move as long as she doesn't touch it. Decides that one's more to her liking and hits the ace. Looks like that strategy worked. Lancers down 2-0 early in the second. Gamble gets to that one. Garvins pushes it over. Martinson sets it up. Lee in the middle, and that'll drop in. Neldner and Gamble decided not to play it, but that was well inside the rectangle. Connor's serve is in. Durst tries to tip it over. Nice save from Gurgle. Good job by Garvins to get that over despite Durst being so close. A backhand from Kunz. Gamble at the back row hit. Neldner returns it. Gurgle hits it to the back row. A slice bump right over the net from Connor. We got a good volley going here, folks. Play at the net. That'll be a point for the Lancers.
I think they might have called a back row player hitting it from the front. Maybe?
Either that or they reached over too far.
Oh, yeah, that's not what I'm asking.
Yeah.
I thought I heard you say something like back row, but...
We'll listen for that if it happens again. A nice job by Gurgle. She was falling away from the net and just decided to pound the return.
It's like a fadeaway shot in basketball.
She drained it. Although you do have like 20 feet to hit it into, as opposed to, you know what, enough analogies. Eichley drops that one at the blue line for an ace. She drove the first one pretty far back to Connor in the back, far back corner on the right side of your screen. And then she drops that one in, mixing it up. That one will drop in too. Back set to Kunz. Durst tries to save it, as does Plath, but that's going to go into the net. We've got another text in from Lisax complimenting the graphics. Thank you. I did them over lunch period. Actually, all credit goes out to wisports.net, as this is for really no publishing. I just take the graphics from there, and it seems to work out pretty well. We've also got one question for why everybody's wearing pink tonight. Oh, this is from the Garvins. And it's Dig Pink Night for breast cancer awareness, as this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month in October. And they've decided to do that tonight, as Thursday is senior night, so the second to last home game of every year has seemed to be a Dig Pink Night.
Also, the volleyball is pink, if you haven't noticed.
Oh, yeah. Brandel serves it over. Kunz with the hit, and that's going to drop in again. The Lancers have let some of those back row hits, or hits to the back row, go, and it usually has been the wrong call. Nice save by Plath.
That was a total
She was
reflex,
just as shocked as anybody.
reflex action.
Yeah, it just tipped over the net, and she just threw an arm at it and dropped it in the perfect place. That was fortunate.
I don't think anybody was expecting that.
A Lancer in the net there, and service will go back over to Augusta. Augusta up 8-7 in the second here. Looking to tie up the set score and force a third. A nice hit over from Plath. And that'll go off the back line, off of a beaver. Danny Gamble to serve. Rose Sharonbeck on the far side with the hit there. It's returned by Lee, and Augusta gets it back over. Gamble helps out her teammate. Sharonbeck gives her a nice set from the back row, but that's a little bit of an awkward ball to play. Service comes over and in, and Jackie Sharonbeck almost catches it there.
Would have been a hard one to return.
Would have been an even harder one to catch. No, I'm just kidding. That would have been pretty easy to catch. Brandel touches it over. That's going to go almost over, and Sharonbeck does a nice job of touching it down. We've got a text in from the Brandels in Middleton watching Caitlin play and the rest of the team play tonight. And I say hi back, Jonathan. It's nice to hear from you, buddy. Durst serves. A nice dig by Schneider, or Jensen. Eichley from the middle, pounds it down. Good job by the Augusta to get it back over. Sharonbeck can't get it over the net. And that point will go to Augusta. That's what I meant to say. Johnny G. He's enjoyable. A nice save by Augusta. Almost hits the middle ceiling bar. Good tip by Durst there to power it through. And nobody is returning that Eichley spike.
The Eichley spike.
Dead middle. Lancers looking to tie it up here in the second. Schneider's set return goes off her fingertips, and her teammates can't bail her out. And it's tied up at 11 here. For the Lancers, they're looking to finish out the match with a set win, and Augusta's looking to force a third. Gergel pounds it back off the high return. Avery Connor goes cross court. Alex saves it. Neldner calls off Gamble. Eichley to Garvins. Nice communication by the Lancers there. Good teamwork. Gergel with the dig. Durst tries to get the second hit, and it's not going to work. Connor to serve. That's going to go into the net on the far side. And we're tied at 12. Eichley to serve. That's in. A one-handed return there from Augusta. That was Jensen. Durst sets it up for Garvins. Returned by Augusta. That's going to go out off of Kunz. Nice dig by Connor, and Plath is there to block anything that was going to be attempted to come back over. Another good serve by Eichley to the back row. Plath and Durst with the give and go there. Plath gets denied by the net. Not that time, though, and that'll drop in. Impressive there to maintain her composure off the one that went to the top of the net.
To not give up.
And a teammate hits it back to her, and she buries it.
Impressive.
Good save by Jensen there, getting it inside the antenna. Martinson with the back set. Durst to Plath. Lee into the net, and the Lancers have gained a 4-point lead here after a tie at 12. Alexis Eichley's on a service streak here, and that'll be 5. That ball barely goes over. Fooled me. Gurgle on the far side, a bullet, and it can't be saved by Connor. She did not have enough position. She didn't have good position on that.
And Gurgle last JV home game, she really impressed us
against Whitehall.
Yeah. She really impressed us with those cross-court spikes.
Yeah, she was going diagonal very well. We can take you up inside the booth here. First time this match. This is Sam. I'm Gunny. David's hiding in the corner.
David, get over here.
Anyways, yeah, Gurgle last game against Whitehall, she had some really impressive spiking at the net. Everything was landing in, and most of it was getting down.
Yeah, they were really depending on her the whole game.
It seemed like she didn't hit one out. And I heard from Alex Garvins and Lauren Sotnick that at the Memorial invite, it was the Leave a Strum Conference invite on Saturday, Rose Sharonbeck was having a pretty good game. So these, I believe their inside hitters are doing a really good job for the Lancers recently. Yep, they're inside hitters because Durst is facing them. That one's going to go out for Gurgle. And Alexis' serve streak ends at 6, I believe. Very impressive. Durst up for Garvins. Standing drive. And that'll get the Lancers the point. Lancers securing control here. I think they're at 19. Either that or they weren't supposed to be at 18 before. 18-13. Caitlin Brandel will serve. Her second year on JV. A sophomore from Middleton, as we said before. Kunz gets that one to drop down. The straight spike. I remember we talked about this last year, Sam. We're doing a varsity game. Brooke Wendland. I feel like when they get up in level, they're kind of expecting that diagonal spike from the hitters. Brooke Wendland, probably the top varsity hitter that we have, is really good at doing the straight spike across the net. Plath saves it for the Lancers and drops it in.
You were talking to me while that was happening, but Alexis thought I was going out.
Yeah,
and then she just kind of threw up an arm, and it happened to bounce off the ceiling just right.
Oh, it was maybe it bounced off one of the bars we keep the lights on for the musical and play.
Yeah, it did actually. I bounced off one of those.
Jensen's gonna pound that into the net. And the score is 20-14. Emmanuel. Garvins tries to drop that one in. Plath pounds it back over. Nice job by Schneider.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. That almost worked.
Rapid fire.
There was a couple of line drives from Lancer to Lancer. That serve's going to go out on the near side on your camera. Danny Gamble coming in to serve for the Lancers. Plath goes off. And Eichley switches into the middle hitter spot. That's one thing I've always been impressed with by volleyball coaches. The rotations seem pretty